everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Sorry I'm on so late. In fact, it's starting to get rather dark outside. Just busy day. Okay, what do I want to have a look at in this particular reading? Well, I'm going to start first up, just very quickly with the soldiers that I just want to have a mention also that the Pentagon is revolting at the moment. 2 leaks became a deluge as the Felon class battleship provokes subtle opposition, and the US the military goes to battle with the Felon, exposing his strategic mistakes. So this is the West Point history professor on Substack. Quite an interesting article there. Yeah, there's some pushback happening in the Pentagon itself. Probably not unassociated with things that aren't really true that are coming out. Now, what's come out and what deck do I want to use? I'm going to use the Tux Tarot Grand Lux. Watched Danny Shea use this deck for years and absolutely loved it, and finally got around to getting it myself. In Morocco, news has come out, body of US soldier who went missing in Morocco has been found and identified, and they are looking for the second missing serviceman. Now, what really hit me when I saw this news article, because I got that they had gone AWOL, what really hit me was the fact that they were both people of colour, a male and a female, people of colour. They're now claiming, the claim is out there, so that for weeks they went missing. We don't know where they are. They're gone, blah, 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 blah. Now the claim has come out that they were hiking with a group to view a sunset when one fell in the ocean, and this other service members in the group used their belts to form a human chain in an attempt to rescue the soldier that had fallen in the ocean, the report said. Yeah, this is feeling really off. When that failed, another soldier jumped into the ocean to try and save the colleague who did not know how to swim. So I'm assuming the one that fell in first. Now, we don't know which one fell in first, whether it was the male or the female. That soldier was immediately hit by a wave, prompting a third person to jump in after them both. The third soldier was able to make it back to camp on their own after failing to rescue the first 2. It's not clear which soldier fell in first or second, etc. Blah, 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 blah. Something feels like, so for weeks, it was reported, or over a week or whatever it was, that it was reported that they were missing and nobody knew who they were. All of a sudden, the report's coming out saying that theoretically they knew where these soldiers were the whole time. They fell off a cliff, it was an accident, and there was a third soldier that was with them that knew all the time where they were. But for some reason, the search there was no search that happened. There's just something that feels really wrong with this. It feels very, it's apparently US and Moroccan forces are using ground, air and maritime assets to continue their search for the other missing soldier. Well, they weren't missing though. They weren't missing. There was no news of this, that they had gone into the water, that there was another party that knew exactly what happened and where they went, that there was a search that had been there was no search, there was no news of it. It's not tasting right. It is not covering the pub test. Now, my guide said at the time that they'd gone AWOL. So let's have a look. What do we need to know about the Two of Wands? There is a message about what happened, and there is what really happened. So what do we need to know about? Isn't it terrible when the first instinct you go to is something's not right? Okay, what have I got flipped over here? 3 cards. Oh, 3 major arcana. When I was talking about something not right. Judgment, manipulation. The Sun card being fully exposed, and then judgment itself. Now, I can't remember who I was watching yesterday, but they kept pulling this judgment card over and over and over again. Might have been Laurie from the Way of Positive Change. This card kept coming out over and over and over again. A huge judgment moment when something is exposed about a manipulation where the reality is not the same. It's a reflection of what actually occurred. You've then got the 8 of Cups, the disappointment, the loss, the walking away. The 4 of Coins, trying to hang on to something, trying to hang on to a situation. But then you've got this Ace of Cups and the Hierophant, and unexpected coming from an unexpected source with that Page of Cups. I don't think the story that I'll just put them back, poker shuffle them back in. I don't think the story, and then I've got the World card as I split the deck. Endings, new beginning on the world stage, something on the world stage. This is not adding up. The official story. And it's the same as the official story with the downed pilot in Persia. Nothing. Heard nothing. Crickets. It's like the claimed attempt at the journalist awards night. As soon as everyone started going, yeah, nah, don't think so. Never heard a word again about it. And the guy has now come up in front of the court and said, innocent, didn't do it, wasn't me, innocent. So that's going to be really interesting, because I always get with that, he wasn't supposed to survive. And now look, I put those back randomly, and there they are, both popped out again. The 2 of Wands. The official story is not the same as what actually happened. And you've got this emotional walking away by the military, and you've got the World again, end of an era. This abandonment. There's something big. You've got the Hierophant, the higher authorities, the King of Cups, diplomat, negotiator. It's also something for me that's something Biden put into place. And then you've got the 9 of Coins, the Independence, and the Empress. It's all to do with feathering the nest and Russia, something to do with the Russia, and it's going to lead to the infighting. There's an infighting happening here. Okay, so I'll keep watching this. It's not. The fact that they went missing nearly 2 weeks ago, it's only just come out in the last couple of days that, oh, whoops, this apparently happened. Wasn't reported at the time. At the time, it was reported that they've gone missing. We don't know what happened to them, blah, 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 blah. When apparently there was somebody that was there that allegedly saw it all and was able to make it back to report what happened. It's oh boy, it's just not adding up. But I think it's actually going to be exposed, something about this. Oh, is one of the missing people going to turn up? I don't know whether they've taken them out. I mean, they're saying they've got a body to repatriate. But is it one of the... I'm down that rabbit hole so far. Send help. Send help or snacks, preferably snacks with whiskey. Oh, a Saint Bernard. Send a Saint Bernard with snacks. I'm so far down that rabbit hole. Yeah, there's a lot about this that doesn't add up. Okay, what did I want to actually have a look at now that I'm 10 minutes in? Latvia, of all places. Let's hop on the plane and head to Latvia. So what's happened? The Latvian centre-right Prime Minister, Ivica Selina, has announced her resignation after the Progressive Party, the left-leaning coalition party, so you had sort of centre-left and centre-right, they formed government, pulled support from her government, leaving her without a majority. So she's resigned. Now, why has that happened in Latvia? It happened days after the Latvian Defence Minister, Andris Spruds, from the Progressive Party, so he was from the left-leaning party, was forced to resign over the government's handling of several incidents involving stray drones suspected to be from Ukraine crossing into Latvian territory, which led to the public losing trust in the government to be able to protect them. Yeah, pretty much lack of trust for the government to protect them. Right, so on May the 7th, 2 suspected Ukrainian drones entered Latvia. I'm reading from Al Jazeera. One of them crashing into, a fuel storage facility. How convenient. Multiple Ukrainian drones heading for Russia have hit Baltic countries since March, as well as several other European countries. So, the incidents have led to domestic criticism of the Baltic nations. Ukraine are claiming the issue is that the Russian electronic warfare deliberately diverts the Ukrainian drones from their targets in Russia. Okay, I don't dispute that last bit, but I just want to have a look at what is actually going on, because if you have a look at a map, I Googled map because I went, okay, well, where is Latvia in the bigger picture of Europe? Okay, so you've got Ukraine. On top of Ukraine, you've got Belarus. On top of Belarus, you've got Lithuania. On top of Lithuania, you've got Latvia. All down that side is Alaska. So I'm a bit, how did a drone that was sent from here end up 3 countries over up there when it would have been going that way? It just, to me, it doesn't add up. And the fact that it hit a fuel supply depot just seems a bit sus. So, were these actually Ukrainian drones? Let's just ask the obvious question. Were they Ukrainian drones? Smoke and mirrors and delusion. I suspect they probably weren't. So this jumped out and flipped over. The 7 of Cups. Illusion, delusion, smoke and mirrors, false. It's the false flag card. Yeah. And I've got here, the next card is the 6 of Swords, and I think it's to try and force Ukraine onto the back, other countries to abandon Ukraine and force Ukraine onto this back foot, and bring about an ending with that 4 of Swords. So I don't know. And you've got missiles flying through the air, and the King of Wands, a fiery message being shared. And the Page of Cups, though, something unexpected will be revealed about what is actually going on, what's coming in from other countries. I'm going to, not overseas because there's no sea between them, but from other countries. I don't think these drones were actually sent from Ukraine. Oh gosh, this one flipped out again while I'm shuffling. And on the bottom, big yes. Absolutely, big yes. Ace of Wands. So right. Those that live their lives in a lap of luxury are finding themselves bereft and out in the cold. So we've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. They are facing increasing restriction and the double-edged sword, the Ace of Swords, the truth through the crown. The Hermit trying to isolate through these conflicting means. So the Hermit and the Five of Wands in an effort to change the direction. So I honestly don't think these drones originated in Ukraine. Now, we do know Lukashenko from Belarus is pretty much a lackey for the Kremlin. Belarus has a border and is to the south of Latvia. Is Belarus somehow responsible for these drone attacks? Right, you want that card? And I'll stop there. Right. Come on down, let's have a look. Is Belarus somehow responsible? The Strength card. It's a big yes. It's a big yes. And then we've got the Hanged Man on the bottom. The Sacrifice. Show of strength, show of military strength, trying to tame the situation. Because the challenge is the Star. Ukraine are winning this in droves. The Star. Again, another yes. We've got the King of Cups at the bottom. Negotiator, the diplomat, could be the leader of Belarus. I don't know what star sign he is. King of Cups, the energy that they're stewing in is, I'm just getting the diplomacy. Trying to keep on side. In the past, you've got the Hierophant, another major. These are all big yes cards. The Hierophant in the past, the higher authorities, the regime, the ability to dictate the terms in the past. Crowning this reading is the lack of money. If the Kremlin doesn't have money, they haven't got any to give to the Belarusian government. The Six of Pentacles. There is no flow of finances. The immediate future, we've got the Ten of Wands, the overreach, going too far. And then we've got the Ten of Cups, an ending. This can be the voters bringing about an ending or families wanting to bring about an ending, but we've got two ending cards there in the immediate future. And then we've got the Justice card, actions having consequences, but justice being bought. I'm actually going to have a look in a second. Page of Coins. I'm going to pop those down there, and I'm going to just pause you for a moment and see when the next Belarusian election is. Hang on a sec. Okay. Elections were January last year, or thereabouts. And, January last year. And the president is elected to serve a 5-year term. So he's only just gone 1 year. However, Lukashenko has won every presidential election since 1994, with all but the very first being deemed by international monitors as neither free nor fair. So let me have a look as to when his birth date is. If I can find it, born 30th of August. So I don't know what sign that is. 30th August star sign. Isn't it funny how it always pops up? Um, what is 30th of August are considered Virgos. Virgos is, I don't think Virgo's a water sign, is it? Not that I'm aware of, because that would be Cancer, Scorpio, and okay. Let me just work through my process. Virgo. Uh, um, sorry, this is me working through my process. Um, so Virgo is an earth sign, it's an earth element. Okay, so that's not Lukashenko at the energy stewing in at the moment. So let's have a look at who's your earth sign. Now I don't even think he's a Libra. So Libra. And Libra is, now I know this stuff, but it never quite fits. Okay, so it's Earth as well. Okay, from what I understand. I might be wrong. Astrology and I seem to just not gel. But what have we got going on here? So I don't know who this figure is. The energy that they're stewing in. I mean, it might be whoever's really in charge of the Kremlin. But the money's not flowing. Got the overreach. You've got the people wanting to bring justice, the Page of Coins, hopes and fears. It might be new information that's brought forward in regards to this. You've got the Temperance card as the outcome, creating alchemy, the King of Swords, and then the Three of Wands. So the King of Swords is about bringing forth a truth, and the Three of Wands is about something that comes in from another country that will bring down. And then we've got the Three of Pentacles, the plotting behind the scenes, the dark money, and the false knight with the Knight of Cups. And then we've got the Page of Cups, unexpected information being brought forward that's going to lead to conflict. And then we've got the Eight of Wands. This can be information coming in fast, or it can simply be missiles themselves. I think this is more about information, because then you've got this false victory, trying to keep a lid on the situation with the Queen of Cups, but then we've got the Ace of Coins, and then you've got Judgment. So yeah, there is something major. So I'm just going to say, I don't think they originated in Ukraine. I think they've come out of Belarus, and it's to try and drive a wedge between the European Union. Okay, let's have a look. So the Latvian Centre Right PM has resigned after getting backlash about these drones after the Progressive Centre Left Defence Minister resigned. So it's working, it's creating division. It means that the ruling party no longer has a majority. It was a coalition. So is this going to be exposed? Okay, what's going to happen next in Latvia, the Latvia government, in regards to this? They may be going to an election. Right. Walking away. Abandoning, walking away. Okay. Right, the Three of Cups is the challenge. This might be creating a new party with three coming together. Let's see where it goes. There's a false victory at the bottom. In the past, delusional. Poor choices. We've got, these are not good cards going forward. Crowning the reading, the energy over it is a restriction of the truth. The immediate future, the influence of Russia. Judgment. Money flow, money changing hands. the inability to harvest, the manipulation, not liking what's on offer, rejecting. However, we do have a fiery protection here. Knight of Cups, false knight being revealed. Okay. Oh, Ten of Swords, and then uncharted waters. There's a Tower moment. This is part of this worldwide unraveling. Absolutely part of it. But you got the manipulative influence of Russia here. But I think will be revealed with the Sun card, and when it is, down it go. You know, you've got this down it goes and uncharted waters with the Fool. But oh man. Okay. Is it going to be revealed that these drones originated from a Rusky or a Rusky friendly? Is it going to be revealed? These drones originated from Rusky or Rusky friendly. Oh boy. Cooking the books. Working behind the scenes to come up with the ploy, but then we've got the Ace of Wands on the bottom, which is a huge yes. So that's the underlying energy. It could also simply be fiery messaging trying to bring about a new beginning, but very much, yeah, cooking the books. Cooking the books, working together working behind the scenes. Queen of Cups trying to keep a lid on this coming out. Ten of Wands, the overreach ending. In the past, we got a whistleblower coming forward with the Page of Swords. The destitution here, the moral, financial, ethical corruption. Okay, thank you. Corruption, some sort of agreement that will be made in the immediate future externally. Who's got their hands out for the money? Internally, the inability to harvest money. The outcome, end of this era, end of the legacy, hopes and fears, but the outcome, change, alchemy, King of Swords, regret and loss as it's exposed, as this false knight is exposed and the secrets are revealed with the Moon card, and it will change everything with the Wheel of Fortune. Something unexpected being exposed out of left field about the conflict. A lot of information coming quickly, or this can be the drones in the conflict. Queen of Swords, Ten of Swords, and then holding the guardrails. Eight of Swords, volatile information coming forward, and then action being taken against those that feathered their nest. Okay, fiery information, nightmare situation, trying to protect the people, the World card, a plan, but the plan ending up empty-handed, some sort of agreement that was made in the past for this delusion, secrets being revealed about the devil and the plots, and when it's revealed, they'll go, the abuse of power will go, and there will be judgment, and you've got this false victory for the Ruskies and Belarus, etc. Yeah, I'm going to stick by what my guides are putting out for me. These drones did not originate, is what I'm getting, in Ukraine. I'm getting that there was some sort of agreement with the Belarusians, and that's where they came from. And it's going to be exposed. It is going to. It's part of this tearing down, and part of that too is also exposing Lukashenko as having pretty much cheated in every election since. Well, if the first one was okay, and they have 5 years, that would have been 1999. So the last 27 years, he has cheated at every single election to stay in power, and very much a puppet of the Kremlin. And yeah, what I'm getting is that these were sent in as a attempt to drive a wedge in the unity of the EU and their support for Ukraine. Okay, on that note, I have some puppy dogs to feed, so love to you all. Take care. Today's Friday, so I won't see you for a couple of days unless something major happens. Look after yourselves. Take care.